That was incredible. The game's finished. Arsenal 0, West Ham United 2. After the Manchester United game, I said that I thought that was probably the best example of what David Moyes would have wanted to do. I meant it at the time, but I think we may well have seen just another version of that. This was Moyes' ball, and this is Moyes' ball how it's meant to work on both occasions, by the way. If you were to ask me how would David Moyes ideally like to play, it is that. It's sit back, soak it up, hit the opposition on the break, and basically suck the life out of them, suck the spirit out of the opposition. Have the opposition... Look, by the end of that game, Arsenal couldn't even be bothered to moan. Arteta walked up and just shook the hands of all the officials. And I've got to say, I think there were times during that game where West Ham got the rub of the green against Arsenal. Make no mistake about it. But West Ham thoroughly deserved that win. But we needed everybody to play really, really well. And for the most part, everybody did. We're going to do our player ratings tomorrow over on Patreon. Look, if you've not joined us on Patreon before, now's a really good time to do it. Look, you get a week's free trial. Go and give it a whirl. The link's in the description below. We're doing our player ratings in the morning, 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. There's going to be a lot of really good marks in that player ratings video. I can tell you that now. West Ham were absolutely brilliant. Let's start with Ogbonna, shall we? I think it's a really, really good place to start. West Ham had players dropping like flies. And I want to make this point here before anybody says, oh, you know, West Ham were at their very best and West Ham were lucky. West Ham were unlucky. I'll tell you now, we were unlucky. We lost Lucas Paqueta after 30 minutes. He started the game injured, got injured in the warm-up. We were missing our first choice centre-back partnership. Nigel Gerd and Kurt Zouma are out. They're injured at the moment. Yet, you wouldn't have thought it. If you'd have seen West Ham play like that and defend like that, you'd have thought it was Ogbonna and you'd have thought it was Mavropanos. I'm going to keep jumping from thing to thing here because I'm incredibly proud, I guess, proud and excited with what I've just seen. Look, well, I don't mind. I've said this on numerous occasions. I don't mind defending and counter-attacking. I really don't mind it at all. You know, don't get me wrong. I'd like to see a few more attacks, ideally, in my perfect brand of football. But when you defend like that, that's exciting. It's exciting to see these players throwing their bodies on the line, making the blocks. And look, I'm not going to pretend Areola wasn't busy. He was busy, but he didn't have to make a string of world-class saves for us to win that game. He just had to be assured and comfortable and capable in his handling of the game. Sorry, I was going to talk about Ogbonna, wasn't I? I mean, Ogbonna, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I didn't think he had that in him anymore. I hold my hands up to that. I really didn't. But it was a magnificent, flawless, impeccable Warriors performance. It was incredible. It really was. Absolutely incredible. Irresistible. Look, absolutely magnificent. What about Mavropanos next to him? I mean, he was a brick wall as well, and he got the goal against his former club. His first goal for West Ham, towering header. We knew it was coming, didn't we? We absolutely knew that was coming. He's such a big, dominant presence in the box. Ward-Prowse with a corner. Wow, Ward-Prowse today. Look, apart from the assist, you'll see nothing Hollywood from James Ward-Prowse in a highlight reel, but I'd like to see his statistics. Let's put it that way, because he ran and he ran some more. He passed, he blocked, he turned, he made himself into a brick wall. It really was incredible. There's not time to go through every player, but each and every one of those players had a story, which when you put it together collectively, it made up a majestic team performance, because that's what we saw. We saw a team. We saw a real team. Everybody playing for each other. Everybody pulling in the same direction. Everybody playing for the manager as well. That much was abundantly clear. It was brilliant. And do you know what? I'm really delighted. I hated repeating that stuff about David Moyes having going away, these away games in the... against the Sky Sports Top 6 and it never working. He's tried. Basically... Today it worked. Everything he always tries, today it worked. And I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased for us as fans. I'm really pleased for players. I'm pleased for Moyes as well. That's very, very good that that's happened. Make no mistake about that at all. Emerson. Look, Emerson, I think Emerson created both of our goals, or at least played a significant part in them. And he created the penalty. We got a penalty at the end. Declan Rice hacked down Emerson. brilliant. I loved it. I can't have been the only one. There was something a little bit poetic about that, I felt. It was unfortunate that Benrahma wasn't able to score the resulting penalty, but I think it was quite right that he was the one chosen to take it, because his record from the spot has been very, very good. The first goal, let's deal with the first goal. There was a little bit of link-up play. Paqueta was involved in that before he went off. He went off on the half-hour mark. We'll discuss that in tomorrow's video. We need to really know what's going on. I am a little bit buoyed by the fact I saw him on the pitch celebrating at the end. Might be a calf injury. I don't know. We'll discuss it tomorrow. A little bit of interchange, a little bit of passing. Down the left wing, Emerson crossed over the ball. A really good cross, caused havoc, absolute havoc in the Arsenal defence. A little bit of a mix-up. Jarrod Bowen managed to keep the ball in play, or so we think. It was VAR. The fact of the matter is VAR were unsighted. And these are the rules. These are just the rules. I think if that was West Ham, I would have felt slightly aggrieved. However, rules is rules, as they say. And the referee deemed that Jarrod Bowen had kept the ball into play. At that point, what's VAR got to do? Prove the referee wrong. They couldn't prove the referee wrong because he was unsighted. I suspect if the ball stayed in play, it would have been by that much. Literally. And that's Whisker. So, hey, who cares? He pulled the ball back, kept the ball in play really nicely. I thought Kudus clearly got a shout from Tomas Soucek. He left the ball, that's how I saw it anyway. Tomas Soucek tapped it in, basically. I say tapped it in. Had to do a little bit more than that. Good goal. 1-0 West Ham. I've got to say, the first 10 minutes, Arsenal would come at us really, really, really fast. They never really stopped coming at us, but I just felt they lost a little bit of their ferocity. The crowd died down pretty early. It's weird. Samba drum. Going on at Arsenal. I thought it was weird to hear it, actually. I thought it must be quite difficult to get songs going with that. It's like it was a Brazilian drum. There was a Brazilian drum going on through the game. Can't be easy to sort of create the atmosphere with the singing and all the rest of it during that game. But it wasn't helping that West Ham were defended so well, and I think Arsenal fans knew what they'd seen, which was a brick wall, quite frankly, in the form of West Ham. Oh, it was absolutely brilliant. Mavropanos' header, as I mentioned earlier, actually Emerson caused the corner as well. So his attacking was great. And as I say, he won the penalty. Realistically, Emerson, you could look, if we'd have won 3-0 tonight, Emerson you could argue he'd have created all 3 goals. A bit tenuous, but I'm sure you get where I'm coming from. In-swinger, James Ward-Prowse, in-swinger, which I've been a little bit, I don't think I've said numerous times this season, I didn't feel that they were as effective as the out-swinger from the other side. It was a peach, there's no doubt about it. I felt a bit of variation in the last couple of games when we've seen them. He kept on going near post, that was a problem. Really great run from Mavropanos, sort of flicked, glancing header, hit the top of the bar and sort of rebounded down. Even if it had rebounded down and done a Jeff Hurst, as it were, and bounced down the line, Bowen was there and Bowen would have tapped it in. It was 2-0, and I'm not saying they never looked like coming back. In fact, I thought their best chances were before it was 2-0. Maybe header from Saka, well saved from Areola, and another one where Saka hit the post. Aside from that, I don't think their best chances came after that. I thought all of them were comfortable, pretty much, for Areola. It was a brilliant win and a well-deserved win, it has to be said, and what's been an excellent little Christmas period, really. Look, we got tougher things coming up. We're going to have to deal with whatever's going on with Lucas Paqueta. We're going to have to deal with Mohamed Kudus. We'll deal with that tomorrow. I don't particularly want to talk about it now. There's sort of too much to enjoy and there's too much to rejoice, and I want to get this video uploaded so as you lovely lot we can all enjoy this together. Absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant, well deserved. We've had nothing but misery, I think, in the league against this lot. And do you know what? It's not even necessarily about Declan Rice. I just know it would have been insufferable. I think certainly, on the internet would have been insufferable if Arsenal would have won and Declan would have played well and scored and that sort of thing. So I feel in my own little way that justice was done tonight, certainly. Well done, team. Well done, management team. David Moyes, the fans, what a great night out for them up in North London. absolutely brilliant. Carried on singing all the way through. Loved seeing the fans celebrating as well. Absolutely brilliant. There you go. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 o'clock for the player ratings. As I say, check it out. Go and join. You get a 7-day free trial with Hammers Chat Patron. Links in the description below. Patreon.com/Hammers Chat. I'll see you patrons at 9 o'clock tomorrow for our player ratings. There's going to be some corkers. There's no doubt about that. And the rest of you, well, we'll have a little chat on the forum channel at some point tomorrow. Hopefully a little bit of news comes in from Paqueta by then.